Okay, got this pulled down here. I'm lifting up right like that, and I'm just putting another kink in it. So it's kind of like an S. So these wires go up and back down a little bit. Okay. I hold it kind of off to the side, I kind of bend it so it looks straight. And it looks like it's going to go in fine right there. Boy, it's like that ground wire. I don't know why they had the screw up so high. It almost wants to hit that top, but it's okay, it misses. That's kind of odd. I mean, I haven't put any switches in lately. They used to have the ground screw down towards the bottom. This one is up towards the top. And these screws are going into a plastic box, and that's why I want to make sure it can push in without any slop. And see, I can see this, it's not flat, it's kind of tilted. I just want to take this at this point and kind of bend it a little bit before I put the screws in all the way. Okay. I don't like putting these in with a battery operated drill, because if you're going too far, you could start stripping the screws and the plastic. And I like to just get everything tight, hand tight. I don't like to overdo things. It's not that big, it doesn't take that long to put these in. Okay. See, I just do that. There's a slot on the area where the screw is, so you can slide this back and forth. Sometimes these, you think, oh, well, shouldn't the box be perfectly level or plumb, going straight up and down? Yeah, well, but if the box isn't nailed tight, or if this stud is slightly off, or the sheetrock pushed it over, they give you that slot there so that you can slide this. It doesn't necessarily have to be straight with the box if the box is crooked. You want this straight to your door trim or your wall, whatever. My pet peeve is trying to get the cover plates nice and straight. And sometimes you have to put it in and stand back, because I might think this is straight, but once I get the cover plate on and I look at it, see there's a little slop right there, but once you put it in that screw, there's no adjustment. And then after I get it in, I might think, hey, that's slightly off. I can do better than that. Joe can do better than that. So I'll take it out, tweak one side or the other. Top could go over to the left, bottom could go over to the right, or maybe it doesn't line up with what you see on the sides, and so you have to undo it and slightly slide it over from where the existing light switch was, or something like that. You know what I mean? Just, be aware of stuff like that. Do the best you can. And then say, well, it's not perfect, but it's as close as I could get it. And make that snug. I look at it, see if anything, the top still needs to go that way a little bit. And I can confirm that by measuring this. I got 7 1/4. And well, it looks pretty good actually. 10 1/16 to the right, 10 and almost a 16th to that right. It's still right there. It still slightly looks crooked. Not very much. Maybe the door jamb trim is slightly off. I think I can do a little better. The top needs to go over to the left, just a little bit, just probably about like that. And see, if you have it just right, you could do it with that, or you may have to undo the screw a little bit. I just don't want to over tighten those, because that could suck that in, So I just make those snug. I don't try to over tighten those. As long as they're tight up against the wall, reveal looks pretty good. Okay, now I can turn the power back on. Take another quick look at it. Right, that looks good. Okay. Wow, you're learning some few things today. You see it red? I've got the window blinds open over there. So see here, it's red at the top, and that light's on because that's the garage. I'm just going to turn the garage light off. Okay, so the light fixture in here is off. I'm going to hit this here, and voila, light's back on. Okay, I'm going to call that good. And so that's all I'm going to do. I don't usually do as much as I did, but mainly for the reason for that red wire in there. That is just something that very seldom happens. If it happens to you, check it out. Now what am I going to do with this light switch? This light switch is still good. Okay, I'm leaving it all together. I'm going to keep that. I just replaced a regular single pole light switch, and I put a dimmer switch on that. If you want to look at that, look at my videos, how to install a dimmer switch or installing a dimmer switch or something like that. Now I've got another light switch that I can save in case anyone breaks or stops working in the house. I'll have it, or if somebody needs one, I've got one. Now mind you, these only cost a couple dollars at the store. Okay, $2.99 maybe for this type. But hey, if it's not broken, save it. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. And if you like my channel, please subscribe.